What is up with it? Welcome back to another episode of Common Rabble, the only podcast on the internet where you can hear disaffected millennials talking about the minutia of their lives. As always, I'm Pat, and I'm joined by
Ham,
Hoodie,
and DZ.
And if you're listening, we appreciate your support. What's going on, guys?
Post 4th of July, long week. Last week felt like forever.
It's because you were off.
Yeah.
You were saying last week that it was going to be terrible because one moment it's gonna be Friday and then you're gonna like close your eyes and it's gonna be Monday of work already.
Yeah, but like my week ended on Tuesday. So
Gotcha.
I mean, Pat and I had a pretty good Wednesday. We had a pretty good July 5th.
We had a great Wednesday.
Hell
You guys
yeah,
did your
brother.
concert?
Yes.
How was the parking situation afterward?
Garbage.
Don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, no. Let's talk about the good parts. Like the fact that Fall Out Boy's Magic 8 Ball song was my favorite Fall Out Boy song ever, the patron saint of liars and fakes. And I had literally said at lunch that day, yeah, no, they're not going to play it. Pat will confirm that they played it, and I fell on my ass.
My boy went off. He was moshing on that hill.
You guys were up at the lawn.
Took a little tumble.
You guys were up at the lawn.
Oh, yeah, I was moshing up that hill.
Nice.
Yeah, moshing up that hill, moshing down that hill. Yeah, that was tight. What are the odds that they play literally your favorite song?
It was like, I really thought it was a 0 to none type situation there. So, because when Pete was like, hey, Magic 8 Ball, should we play a song from that album where we're all sitting on the couch? I think both of us were sitting there like, okay, it's probably Tell That Mick or Dead on Arrival, neither of which they played, or even Reinventing the Wheel, because, kids love Burnout 3.
I do. I'm kids.
Yeah, we are kids. But that was probably the last song I expected him to play.
Yeah, no, that was pretty cool. I definitely got confused when he said that and thought he was talking about what's the next album?
Cork Tree.
Yeah, I thought he was talking about Cork Tree for some reason. So I was like, oh, it's probably Ganapsis or something off that.
That's on Infinity.
That's on Infinity?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know any of their albums actually. But then, yeah, I knew that riff right away, and you went off, and I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, I mean, how long into the song did it take for me to fall over? It was only like 10 seconds.
Yeah, possibly before the vocals started.
Okay. Worst case scenario. Hey, Magic 8 Ball, should we play a song from that album that has the purple cover that no one liked? That would have been,
That'd be pretty funny. I don't think they would do that.
it would have been funny, but also a little bit heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And Bring Me the Horizon was good too.
Yeah, they sounded really good. I was surprised.
The sound quality I feel like has improved significantly at Shoreline, which is weird.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Like, technologically, since we were going there, it had to have advanced at some amount.
Yeah, you would think, right?
Yeah,
I think it has.
Like they've got to have, like they had enough time being shut down for a couple of years that they had to do something. They had to revamp it or something.
So, yeah, last time I was there was Weezer.
Jesus.
Weezer and the Pixies? I think?
Pre-COVID.
Yeah. Yeah, and they didn't sound horrible, but we also had like seats closer up.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So
I could see them upgrading parts of this. I could see them upgrading the whole system. They had time, like legitimately. But if they just at least upgraded the lawn seat audio, it might make it a little better because it's kind of hard to hear up there, or at least it used to be.
Yeah.
No, it sounds really good up there now.
is there anyone that works for the Shoreline Amphitheater audio department? Please reach out.
You know how last week we were talking about the pools?
Yes.
I'm glad we didn't buy one. It was like 65, 67 degrees on the 4th of July. Like
it was windy as hell.
It was windy as hell. It was like overcast. I'm so glad we did not.
You glad you canceled those pool party plans?
Oh, 100%. My dog freaked the hell out. She was not having it all day. Like, so the day before it was bad. The 4th of July, terrible all day. Just like pretty consistently, just like after afternoon, it was like 6 a.m. There was hella shit blowing up and it stopped. Then around noon, it started up again, and then like it just went until the nighttime, and then from like 10 p.m. onward, just like every minute or two or every couple of minutes, there would just be like loud ass explosion, sounds like a mortar going off or something like that. Just like, I don't know, really loud. I know that there was some fires. I heard the fire truck flying by a couple of times, and yeah. But I'm glad I stayed home. My dog would not have done well here where I'm at now with the fireworks. She was okay at the other place because we're like secluded up on the hill. Mm-hmm. Now it's too like dead center in the middle of the zone.
War zone.
Think of it.
Yeah, so
Just run out of doors to chew through.
literally, yeah. Right. I took two of them off the hinges and just like stored them somewhere else because I'm like, I don't need them.
She finds them and goes to shoot them.
She eats them.
Speaking of finding things, don't forget to find us on your favorite social media, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, at Common Rabble Pod. We are also, thank you, DZ, on all of your favorite podcatchers, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, Google Podcast, iHeartRadio, every Friday.
Every Friday. I did find that we're not on the podcast app that I use, but I don't know how you would go about getting on that.
We're not on your favorite podcatcher?
Not mine,
Ay,
no.
Dios mío.
Not
One
on
day.
Deezer, no.
Oh God. One day we'll get there.
What is the podcatcher you use?
Pocket Casts. I don't know how you get on that shit. I thought they just aggregated a bunch because they have some like random one-off podcast weirdo things, and but maybe there's something now that NPR owns it that you have to pay for some stupid shit.
Dude, if we ever get to do like a NPR Tiny Desk concert
Wow.
together, that would be so cool.
I don't know if they do those for podcasts.
No.
I think at least
We're
2
gonna-
to 3 of you guys could, if not 4 of you guys. I'm not gonna help out with that one. So
DZ, you're playing the electric triangle. Get out.
God, I'll plug myself into a socket.
Ding, ding, ding.
He's playing the fork in the wall.
He's playing the toaster in the bathtub.
Yeah. So last week, that tier list, it took up a like long period at the end of the episode, but that's what we expected. It was big. It definitely had some Adult Swim shows in there. Samurai Jack was Adult Swim, right?
No.
Technically both.
They finished it on Adult Swim, but it was initially a Cartoon Network show.
Gotcha. There was some other stuff on there that I'm pretty sure there was like an Adult Swim card. Oh, the Space Ghost Coast to Coast thing. That was definitely Adult Swim.
Now I'm thinking it might have started on Cartoon Network before Adult Swim was a thing.
Sure.
I didn't look into it.
And they just like moved them over to Adult Swim because it made more sense there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. But any thoughts, guys? Any final thoughts?
Oh,
How are
absolutely.
we feeling about that? Do we want to go back and take a look and see if after the last week we've changed our minds?
Yeah, Batman Beyond absolutely belongs in the S tier.
Say after letting the Pup Named Scooby-Doo theme song just play over and over again in your head.
Permeate your brain.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. All week, all I've been hearing Scooby Dooby, Scooby Dooby, Scooby Dooby.
I think
it's staying where
based on the pure power of the intro alone, Pup Named Scooby Doo stays in S tier.
That's the only reason I wanted it there.
I don't see moving
It is the most memorable.
Yeah.
Fred in that series is a piece of shit, which I think is funny.
Fred does suck in that show,
He's
yeah.
like a genuine piece of shit in that
Isn't
show.
he a genuine piece of shit in most of the Scooby Doo shows?
Yeah,
that's fair.
but like this one, I feel like it's
He's a
more
blonde white
emphasized.
guy.
It's more emphasized because they're kids and they're just like more shitty as kids.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at the list. Can you think of any of those theme songs that go harder than Pup Named Scooby Doo?
Yeah, what's new, Scooby Doo?
Who did you said Simple Plan?
Simple Plan, yeah.
Gotcha.
Shout outs to Simple Plan.
Hi, Puffy Yumi Show.
Oh yeah,
That's
no,
pretty
that's
good.
a pretty
That's a
lit
good
one
one.
too.
I am Weasel.
Didn't Ami Yumi also do the Teen Titans theme
Yes,
song?
they did.
Yeah, okay. See,
Oh, Teen
They
Titans
did
too.
they did that one. They did the original one, and they did a Japanese dub of it too, which is like they released on Cartoon Network during one of the cut things or whatever.
Yeah, I believe any episode that started with the Japanese audio was like a filler episode or like a side story, and any
Interesting.
of the main continuity uses the English intro.
Good Lord drop. I had no idea.
Yeah, I'm looking.
where did we put Teen Titans go on this list?
At the fucking bottom
No.
where it belongs.
I don't think it should be at the bottom.
I despise it. I don't
that,
see
like
it.
I said, there was one good part of it, and it's when they watched the Teen Titans on that show.
Yeah, it's in C. It's in C tier.
Yeah, it's mediocre.
Actually, yeah, that's maybe fine.
They're grabbing for. They're literally grabbing for what was good.
I just wish there was another season of Megas XLR.
No, honestly,
So
like
much
if
wasted
there's
potential.
if there's any show that needs a reboot, it is Megas.
Such a good premise. What if the biggest douchebag in New Jersey you ever knew had a Gundam? How are there not 100 episodes of that?
It's Guy Fieri.
Fieri.
In Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
Guy Fieri from Jersey?
I don't know. He looks like he could be.
Oh, isn't he from California?
Big news.
Isn't he from like Santa Cruz or something?
Big news. He's apparently a Trump supporter.
Wait,
Is he really?
There's just because there's like photos of him hanging out with Trump at like yesterday or the day before.
Recent photos?
Recent photos. Like literally like I want to say it was like a UFC thing or he's at something, but they're like shaking hands, talking to each other. People took a bunch of pictures. I think it's funny, but also in that same vein, I heard that Anthony Bourdain fucking hated Guy Fieri, so it might hold some truth.
I don't know anyone who legitimately likes Guy Fieri.
wait, hang on. You said he might be from Santa Cruz. Now let me run this by you guys real quick. Have you guys ever seen Guy Fieri and the singer from Smash Mouth in the same place at the same time?
No.
Personally, no. These are questions that we should be thinking about.
I think it's time for podcast investigation. We'll get back to that though.
Yeah.
As far as the tier list, in a smaller, more compacted version of this, so we don't do an hour of Cartoon Network this time, what do you guys feel like are the most rewatchable shows?
On this list, not many. Like I feel like randomly I can watch like any like of the general vein of like Cow and Chicken, Two Stupid Dogs, like that era of like shorts. Like those are like really, really good. Turn your brain off. Like this shit is not deep at all, but that's why it's good. Gumball's really good for rewatching because it's like mostly nonsensical. Sometimes the jokes will like hit you like after they've happened.
Yeah, for me, it's Adventure Time, and then like Craig of the Creek is cool for like background, like having that on the background and just like randomly, just like I don't know, just like Bob's Burgers, just like you can randomly cut back to that show and just like start paying attention a little bit, and it's still pretty solid. But yeah, Adventure Time definitely. That show is the like only one that I can just like rewatch any random season or the seasons or whatever the hell, the like, you know, the 4 miniseries they did. A lot of these other ones, anything that's like B or below, I don't think I'm rewatching.
I wouldn't even go B or below. I'd say like
it's a tough time for me to think of A or below because like I still have to go rewatch the Batman Beyond series realistically.
yeah, I hard disagree with Batman Beyond in A, but out of all the shows in A, if I was going to rewatch any of them, and I mean like episode for episode, not just a couple episodes here and there. A couple episodes here and there would be Ed, Ed, and Eddie. But Batman Beyond notwithstanding, I would totally watch Code Lyoko again. I would just skip the theme song.
Damn. So are we feeling like we don't need to make any corrections to this tier list at the
We
moment?
need to move Batman Beyond to the S tier, but that's
That's up to you guys. I don't have the strongest feelings about it, so I'm not gonna.
As long as it's right under Pup Named Scooby-Doo.
okay.
Okay, so
I'm
we
fine
can
with
we
that.
can correct. We can we do that?
But then we need to
anyone?
put a pup named Scooby-Doo above Steven Universe.
That's fine.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, you know what else was...
You finalized it. It won't let you move it, or
well,
okay.
it's in our hearts.
Yeah.
It's in our hearts.
Opinions are set in stone.
Oh, gotcha. I didn't even realize. Okay, well, we know what the end of that is, so
Okay,
I guess
so-
it's good.
I did some research, quick something search. Guy Fieri. I feel like this all brings it together. Finally makes sense why he is the way he is. He's from Ohio.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
He's constantly been on a search his whole life for food because there's literally nothing in Ohio.
yeah, search for substance.
Yeah, Jesus.
Come on down to Cleveland town, everyone.
Anyway,
Here we go again.
Well, on another subject, just before the podcast started today, I got an email about a $150 Amazon gift card that I got as payment for a settled class action lawsuit. The options I got like a week or two ago were an Amazon gift card or like Google Play credit or something else. And I was like, I'll just get the Amazon gift. I spent a lot of money on Amazon. That's fine. The thing is, I filed this thing out for this class action lawsuit. I want to say pre-COVID. So like years ago, or it could have even been like while I, like 2 years ago, 2 to 3 years ago, but, it was probably a TikTok. Something led me to a site and it was about lithium ion batteries. And like, because everybody that's ever had something with a lithium battery in it could have gotten money from the settlement essentially, because it's like the way the batteries are labeled wasn't legal. And so it was lying to you. And so you may have never seen the battery or ever would have seen the battery because it was sealed inside a device. The wording on it was illegal or some shit like that. So you suffer damages somehow. But I got that.
So anyone that's ever owned like
it's gone now.
Console controller that would have been
literally console controller, an old Nokia fucking smartphone, an LG smartphone, just not even a smartphone, just a normal phone, a Dyson vacuum, like literally just a lot of the things that well, specifically stuff that has like the lithium ion pouches, I think is what it was. But it was like a lot of phone manufacturers and laptop manufacturers, and then it was probably like a lot of Apple bullshit because all of theirs.
I'll say, and the exploding PSPs.
Oh, were they exploding?
Yeah, the batteries were just like over time they just start to inflate.
And literally, there's probably some wording on that's why it was illegal, because they didn't word it correctly. That you shouldn't have been having something about the heat cycling. It was some bullshit.
So just
I didn't care that much, but I got money.
Just to clarify, DZ, what you're saying is everybody at this table could have had a hand in that cookie jar.
100% that's possible.
Cool. TFTI.
Yeah. Damn. You know, that was at a time that I was like straight just watching TikToks all day, and I was like, I'm not going to get anything. And I didn't think like I didn't.
Hey, we
think
could have all not gotten stuff together.
You know what? That's true. That's definitely true. And so now I'm more inclined to look for some of the class action lawsuits because I've gone for some. There was one time somebody contacted me about fucking Dawn dish soap because they were like, Dawn has been lying to its customers for fucking 10 years.
They've been killing the ducks?
No. That's what when they called, they were like, we're talking about Dawn. And I was like, don't tell me that the dish soap is actually bad for the animals. She's like, no, it's nothing like that. It's about the packaging. And I was like, oh, it's capitalism shit. They're just concerned about the fucking consumer side
Also
of this.
bad for the animals.
Yeah. So it turned out that, well, what he told me was that on some bottles of Dawn, it doesn't say extra or Dawn, whatever the fuck, Dawn Platinum. And that there's nowhere you could find non-platinum versions of Dawn. So the label saying that it's better than standard Dawn is a lie because there is no standard Dawn. But it turned out that like realistically, they only sell standard Dawn at like the dollar store and like random piece of shit, random nowhere places.
You can buy standard Dawn at Target.
You think that it's not standard Dawn. It's not the platinum. It's not the silver label one, but there's something that says Dawn Extra or Dawn something underneath it.
Dawn XXX.
There's because I said the same thing, and the dude literally went to a bunch of stores to verify, and he couldn't find it, but then somebody else did.
Okay, so what you're saying is in pretty much every county we have Dawn Platinum, but in Solano County they have standard Dawn.
Yeah. And so but he reached out to me about that, and he was talking to me about it, and the thing that came up was like, all right, we're going to get back to you in a week, and I'll let you know how things go, but we need a couple people to be the main plaintiffs, and you'll get the most money for that. I was like, yeah, fuck it. And then he comes back, he's like, oh, so it turns out you actually can buy Dawn. We did end up finding some, and it turned out that it was kind of bullshit. Like the person who initially filed the lawsuit didn't do enough research.
No due diligence.
But the lawyers did. They went and looked, and they couldn't find it. But it literally just turns out that they don't sell it everywhere because the stores are the ones responsible for buying their own product. And nobody buys normal Dawn, apparently, because it's cheap and it doesn't work as well.
Just wait until the next Dawn class action lawsuit. Yeah. I guarantee you it's going to be about that no flip, no cap, no mess thing.
Does yours leave a little bit of dribble?
No, I'm waiting for it to, and then I'm going to sue Dawn, and I'm going to get us all in on it.
My dick got stuck in the no slip cap. What happened? I'm suing. But on a serious note, have you guys ever settled any or like gotten in on any class action lawsuits? Like,
oh, totally.
Gotten 2.
Like what? What were they?
They were from former employers. I don't know if I'm legally allowed to.
You don't have to say who it was.
Oh no, I'll say I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
So I got one from Costco because they were doing illegal background searches.
Oh hell yeah.
So
I got that one too.
Yeah, I got like $54 or something like that in the mail for
That's
that
cool.
one.
Was that when you had to apply for, or they just gave it to you because you were part of that illegal?
They just gave it to me because
okay.
I was like verified on the list of people that were illegally background searched.
That makes sense.
It was like literally anyone from, like, I don't even think it's like any fault of Costco, but just who they were going through.
Yeah.
Just was doing shit.
something shady.
Yeah, not necessarily shady, but just not crossing their I's and dotting their T's.
Wait, were they selling your information to Big Piss?
No one gets Big Piss will never get me. And then the second one I got was from Starbucks. So I worked at Starbucks for like a little over a year, almost 2 years.
Did someone try to unionize at your store or something?
Nah, apparently they were like unpaid tips or some shit like that.
Oh yeah, for sure. That makes sense.
And then I got or like they were unfairly like distributing tips or some dumb shit.
Management was getting it and they weren't supposed to, probably.
Yeah, I have no fucking clue. And they ended up sending me a check for 11 cents.
Hell yeah. Got all 11 cents of your tips back.
So yeah, like I still have the check because I just think it's fucking hilarious.
You should frame it.
Like 11 cents. It costs more to just fucking print the check.
Yeah, that's funny.
The money that's on the check.
Hoodie or Pat, what about you guys?
I had a recent one, actually. I think I did my taxes this year in February, and then in like March or April, I got a letter saying that there was a class action against TurboTax.
Hell yeah.
For basically charging you for services that they're not supposed to charge you for. And I got $35 like a couple months later.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fuck TurboTax.
Yeah. Fuck them, but I will continue to use them because I am lazy.
I know. It's literally like they have made it so that it's so hard to be able to automatically input your taxes without the use of one of their services. Like they've lobbied so hard for that shit.
Yeah, makes sense.
To just make sure that they get a piece of that pie. It's so fucking irritating.
Yeah,
like anybody under 75K, your taxes are supposed to be free. But TurboTax,
like they should be.
Yeah, no, 100%. And then,
we can't afford to pay for them.
Literally, like the $35, that shit matters. If my tax refund is $100, the $35 is not.
Yeah,
like that's a chunk of my paycheck. I can't do it.
Exactly.
What about you, Hoodie? Have you had to deal with any or gotten any?
I think I got the same one that Ham did, and then there's at least one more I can think of from the same place of employment. It might have been 2. I don't really remember what it was for. I just remember getting a letter like, hey, you're part of this class action lawsuit. And be like, shred it. And then, sometime later, getting a check. And I was like, okay, cool, money.
Yeah, no, that's always nice. I think I've signed up for like 5 different ones randomly through like different websites or like getting TikTok ads or emails about like, oh yeah, you've purchased a product from this website.
It's like, do you have skin? You can sue the state of California.
The most I ever got with this fucking $122 thing, that was crazy. The most I ever gotten before that was probably like $10, $15 one time from paper towels or something like that.
Paper towels?
Like every
Is it because
company
the bounty didn't pick it up right?
Literally, it could like most of those lawsuits are literally just like wording on the packages that wasn't right, and somebody just capitalized really fucking hard and was like, "Okay, I'm entitled to damages, and so is everybody else that bought one." And they're like, "Well, we'll sue all together as long as you can get it all together." Yeah, and it's even over just some bullshit like the Dawn dish soap thing. That was. I could have gotten up to $500 from that one. Is what I was told. I was really excited. I was hurting for cash at that time. But yeah, I think it's such a shitty thing that those are like so common because of how litigious like the U.S. is, but also
people scraping the barrel.
Yeah, it's nothing. Like the lawyers get more money than it. It's just like a fun little way to make some extra cash. They have websites that you can just look for class action lawsuits that are like
fun little way.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun little way to make some money because realistically, you don't need to do anything. Like you go in with your autofill on Google Chrome or Firefox or whatever. You go to one of these websites and you just fill out a bunch of forms. It's like, oh yeah, have you purchased Dunkin' Donuts in the last 5 years? Oh yeah, there might have been rat droppings in it. Cool. Gotta just fucking sign up for this thing. You might get 50 cents later on. Who knows? Yeah.
Just for the record, the only Dunkin' Donuts in the area is on Hagenberger, so that's a guarantee. I thought you just purchased knowing that.
I have eaten at a Dunkin' Donuts one time in South San Francisco, and I have nothing to say about it. It was not good or bad. It tasted like coffee water.
I feel like the only time I've ever been was with A1 on like, we were hanging out on like a holiday or some shit because it was like 9-10 p.m. and it was like the only thing open in the area. It was a long ass time ago.
Well,
it's funny that you bring that up because I remember hanging out with A1 on Christmas one year and going to IHOP in San Francisco.
oh God.
I mean, there wasn't anything actually particularly bad about it. It was pretty nice.
Oh, IHOP, not Denny's.
Oh yeah, no, IHOP.
Yeah,
IHOP.
so they're not open that late. Gotcha. Yeah. But before we get sued by Dunkin' Donuts, let's take a break.
We are back with Common Rabble Pod. Common Rabble. Fuck.
You can leave that in there.
Yeah. One more time.
We're back with Common Rabble. Our legal counsel has told me to make the statement that Dunkin' Donuts does not contain rat feces.
Never have, never will. At least
America
none of
runs
the
on
ones in
Dunkin'.
America runs on rat feces.
But if you have been to a Dunkin' Donuts in the last few decades and encountered Mark Wahlberg, you may be entitled to compensation. There's a chance that he could have harassed you at any Dunkin' Donuts in the greater Boston area.
Hey, a mock.
Say hi to your mother for me.
So yeah, y'all heard about the algal bloom that is killing pretty much anything in the water,
Unfortunately.
down south.
I have
South
now.
California, not like south of.
like looking at the article about it, it sounds like it's slowly creeping up here.
It's gotten to Monterey, I think, is the closest.
Yeah, they said it said
Sausalito.
slow. San Luis Obispo, couldn't think of it, and Monterey, and like slow had one case, and Monterey's possibly got some. I think it's gonna stink. It's gonna make the whole bay probably, if it gets up here, it's probably gonna make the Bay Area kind of smell like the estuary by Alameda. You know,
Hey,
on a hot day.
So everyone's gonna smell what I smell.
Yeah, all that hot sewage, dead animals or whatever. Bird shit, all that. It seems pretty messed up, and it doesn't sound like there's anything that the scientists can do about it, which kind of sucks. I don't fish. I wouldn't fish in the bay.
I know plenty of people.
I know a lot of people that do fish in the bay.
Just you said that there's nothing the scientists can do about it. Ham, what kind of scientists are those?
Cryptozoologists.
Thank you.
Yeah, just reading that article, it sounds like it's happening, and all we can do is like take care of the animals that we find dying on the beach, and like try to give them therapeutics or whatever to reduce the neurotoxin. That's
So when you say we, you do not mean us.
I mean us, the podcast. We are going to the beach tomorrow. We are going to save the fucking dolphins.
All right,
Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow, Common Rabble Pod goes to the beach.
Yep, we're going to save the dolphins. We're going to save the maybe not the whales. We'll save the dolphins.
Anything that we can pick up and throw back in the water, we will.
That's it. And that might not be the best
we're
plan of
throwing
action.
plastic into the water again.
Put them back into the algal bloom infested water might not be the
Yeah, they're
best
trying to
idea.
get out for a reason.
Okay,
Yeah.
trying to make contact with them at all might not be the best idea because the article straight up said that like
They get
they're going a
aggressive.
little bit loopy right now and they're attacking people.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to get bit by a sea lion.
they are heterosigma.
Yeah.
That was the type of algae.
It's that hetero sigma grind set. I don't know what you're talking about.
But yeah, no, if you ever see a dolphin anywhere near Alameda Beach, some fuck shit is going on in the ocean. like it's
If it
gonna
made
be
it
a
that close.
green ass dolphin. Like that shit's gonna have hair.
Dolphins have hair.
Shut the fuck up.
They're mammals.
No, they're what? Can we pull this up?
No, no,
Okay.
we can bypass this because dolphins, they breathe air. They're mammals. Dolphins and whales.
Because you have lungs, does it make you a mammal?
Yeah, it kind of does.
No, it's hair and giving live birth.
and breathing with lungs. Dolphins give live birth. Dolphins have hair.
Just for the sake
Resident
aquatic mammals.
cryptozoologist.
as the resident cryptozoologist, at least as far as Google is concerned, dolphins are mammals.
The only one that's
Yo,
not.
that's
There's like one that's not. It's
crazy.
like a platypus is a mammal, but they give egg birth.
I will
technically
say,
like
They are
snake.
pretty hairy, so maybe that's where they make up for it.
Yeah, yeah.
any listeners that just learned that dolphins are mammals,
It was just you.
Reach out in
I'm
the chat.
pretty positive it was
don't
just
let
you.
it be just me.
Yeah. You knew that.
yeah.
You knew that.
I
just
just
Googled-
me, I would have guessed mammal. Yeah.
Okay, for sure.
I Googled it for the content.
You're all full
Yeah.
of shit.
No, I definitely knew that one. And I can't even blame the Oakland School District because I learned that in Oakland. I know that.
So chicken of the sea is like a double lie because it's neither fish nor fowl.
Tuna
Tunas
is
aren't a
fish.
dolphin.
Yeah.
Huh?
Tuna is fish. There's no dolphin in tuna.
Okay.
Wait.
Wait.
There's no tuna in dolphin safe tuna allegedly.
Allegedly.
But that's not the same. Tuna isn't tuna is a fish.
Okay. Wait till we get on that class action.
Chicken-
law.
Okay, you know what?
yes.
You know what? If there's any cryptozoologists listening to this podcast, please reach out.
Yeah. Starkist is a little sus. They got that little guy on the container.
Oh, Charlie.
It is a
He has a
dolphin.
name?
Yeah, it's on his hat.
Oh,
His
I
hat
didn't know
says
that.
Charlie.
Is he an orca or is he a dolphin or is he a?
He's a tuna.
Is he a tuna?
Oh, I thought he
No,
was
he's
a
not a
dolphin.
tuna.
I thought he's a dolphin.
He's not a tuna? It's tuna.
It's dolphin
Yeah.
safe tuna.
What the hell does dolphin safe tuna even
He's
mean?
alive.
Wait. Are they
I
killing
assume-
dolphins and putting it in my tuna?
There used
No,
to be
dolphins get stuck in the tuna traps.
and they used to not sort it because whatever, fuck it. But they're mammals,
Wait,
so it's
so-
weirder. I think.
Wait, you said they didn't sort it, so did they just like turn the dolphins into tuna in my cans too?
yes.
So there would be other.
I've eaten dolphin?
Yeah,
Possibly.
If
Oh,
it wasn't
shit.
dolphin safe, I think the thing
Maybe
was
not in our lifetime.
I think
Oh,
that
okay.
the thing was there was a point in time when they were catching everything in a tuna trap, and whatever came with it just came with it. So you might have been getting a little bit of crab meat, maybe a little bit of dolphin meat, maybe
Yum.
a little
Sounds like
bit of.
good value, actually.
I was going to say a little bit of mob meat. You know, somebody with some cinder blocks on their feet. You never know,
Dude,
something.
that's just great value seafood right there.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, there's.
You normally have to pay extra for that variety.
There is not supposed to be dolphin in tuna, and chicken of the sea is because I think it's because they're so plentiful. Tuna, like chickens, or is it because of the way the meat looks? Because canned chicken and canned tuna look very similar.
They also smell very similar.
Yeah, they do.
Shouts out.
Gross.
I feel like generally if you have
Shouts out Kirkland.
if you have meat in a can, it probably all smells kind of similar at a
Like
certain
canned meat.
point.
Well, it shouldn't smell as fishy as it does if it's chicken. And canned chicken kind of smells too much like tuna.
Yeah.
Maybe some of the tuna juice got in
That's
the
bad.
in the
Yep.
chicken can
That's
because
good.
hashtag Kirkland signature, baby.
I was going to say they're canned at the same facility. It's like, oh, the label got switched. Nobody will know.
They got some chickens in the tuna net.
Okay. I would be lying if I said that I
Awkward
didn't
chicken.
wake up one morning drowsy as shit and go to make myself a tuna sandwich, but I opened the wrong can and I made
One
the
question.
chicken sandwich. What's up?
When have you woken the fuck up drowsy and was like, I'm gonna go make a fucking tuna sandwich?
I have another.
More than once.
I also have a question. What other meat are you carrying in that same size can?
It's the Kirkland signature. There's the Kirkland signature tuna and the Kirkland signature canned
Are
chicken.
you saying that you also you buy the canned meat too? Or you used to at some point? Or you do?
yes?
You don't
The
like
canned
lunch?
chicken. The
Ham,
canned chicken.
open that cabinet.
The canned chicken.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, baby.
That's tuna. That's albacore.
Yeah,
tuna.
that's the Kirkland signature. I don't know. There's no more in there. I'm just saying.
But there was chicken in there too. The
at
canned
one
chicken.
point in time, yes.
I don't like. That's so weird to me. Canned
Okay,
chicken
you wanna
is
know-
such an oddity to me.
When I was a kid, I went full sicko mode. I used to just drain that and eat it straight out of the can.
When I was
Yeah.
younger, I would eat. I would
yeah.
drain it and just mix it with mayo and eat it.
See, I didn't like mayonnaise
with like
as a
salt and
kid.
pepper.
I was gonna ask you because you said how you in a daze made a tuna sandwich and the motion you did was flip it over. I was like, are you literally just rawing the tuna onto a piece of bread?
He's
that
already
was-
squished the juice
Gotta
out.
squish
and
the
then he
juices
just-
a little.
I squeeze the juice out, then I put it in a bowl and I mix it with mayo, mustard, and sweet relish.
Sweet relish. That makes sense.
Bro.
Sweet
Hell.
relish. Sweet relish is up there with honey mustard.
Is it like the
see, that's-
Costco sweet relish?
There's no good sweet relish.
No,
matter where
I
you
think
get
it's
it
the
from.
Vlasic.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Just because I like the little dude on the front, the little
Pelican?
Yeah, the pelican.
Pelican.
The little pelipper.
Stork. Pelican. Stork.
It's a pelipper, dude.
Pelipper. Speaking of pelipers, pelicans, and storks, how about the beach?
How about the beach?
How about the beach?
I mean, I won't be going to.
I was gonna say
I will be going to Crown Royal, not Crown Royal. What's the Alameda
Crown
Beach?
Memorial.
Crown Memorial. I won't be going to Crown Memorial anytime soon, given what we just talked about. But
yeah. My question was gonna be like
Krabby Cove.
how about the beach? Like, what kind of beaches or like what beaches in the Bay Area do you guys like to go to? I know we probably all have roughly the same answers, but like with this possible stink cloud in the water coming this way, like which beaches do you think are going to get most impacted by it if that does happen? Like actually, like Alameda Beach, yeah, people are still going to go
What was
there.
it called? Hetero Sigma what?
Grind's Head.
Hetero Sigma Akashiwo.
Say that again?
Akashiwo.
Akashiwo. Hetero Sigma Akashiwo.
Okay, now say it like full anime.
No.
Don't do it.
No,
You're going to end up
I
in
won't
that
do it.
column in the fucking.
I'll do it.
You're Japanese.
I know.
Or drop.
You're a weeaboo.
Yeah, I know what is socially acceptable as a weeaboo, and that's where I draw the line.
Damn. So like you're saying like Crown Memorial, that place already stinks a lot of the time.
Oh yeah, totally.
I know when I was a kid, I don't remember the signs being there saying that you couldn't swim in the water. But I was also a child, so I probably couldn't read that.
I mean, I've swam in that water.
Oh no, I've done it up until I was like 10, 11 or 12 or something like that.
Well,
the most recent.
I
Like-
only have 13 toes because of that beach.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Is Crown Memorial the whole beach?
I think technically until you get down to
No.
Crab Cove.
Okay, but like if you go towards South Shore, that's still Crown Memorial, right?
It's Crown Memorial until it gets to the bird sanctuary, which is like right past the bowling alley.
Yeah, okay. So I've literally swam in that water within the last 5 years.
Really?
5 years.
I you know what, I take that back. I've definitely been in the water like ankle deep or like maybe knee deep, if that, in the last
No,
5
I'm
years.
talking like head underwater.
I have not done that.
Yeah,
that
it's
water
always
is too cold.
It's always low tide.
Yeah.
You gotta go like a couple miles out there.
oh,
gotta
I was
walk it.
pretty
Yeah,
far out.
okay.
You gotta wade through the slime to get into the water.
I sure did.
Yeah, that's gotta be the worst part. But like
Is this one of your tuna hazes?
Yes.
since it's a bay beach, it's why it sucks, to be honest, just because like it doesn't have any like water that's like washing any of the bullshit away. It's just constantly like, you know, like when we go to, is it Stinson or like Half Moon Bay? That's the perfect example because like that's
The ocean.
and it's cold as shit. The sand doesn't feel the same way on your feet. That shit hurts like glass. But it's like the water just looks so much
I
nicer.
don't remember it hurting that much.
Oh, that shit always stings the bottom of my feet.
Are you talking about Crown Memorial? Or?
No,
Half Moon?
Half Moon Bay. Yeah. I feel like it's just like rougher sand or something like that. More beachy beach sand than the Alameda Beach. But like that one's nice. And like I feel like once this fucking if the algal bloom thing happens, it's gonna get bad up there probably.
Hey, I got a good idea for content.
Once it gets up here.
Yeah, once it gets up here, we all go to Crab Cove and we'll play roulette to see who's going to drink the water.
Who can consume the most hetero sigma?
You're gonna get a fucking amoeba in your brain if you do that. That's a bad way to go out.
Yeah, I'd rather not.
That sounds not that fun, but
Just eat the algae.
That's what I was worried about when we went to. I went with Pat to China Camp.
We did go to China Camp.
And I just like was just out there just hanging out, chilling in the water, and then the fucking they're like little aquatic pill bugs or like potato bugs, what are they called?
I don't know.
They're like the roly-poly looking motherfuckers. They're like white or clear. Like I just happened to stand up and those motherfuckers just had like blood streaking down like certain spots of
They
my
bit
chest.
you?
They were just biting me. Yeah.
Sand fleas. They were
don't
coming out.
fucking-
Were they in the sand?
No, they're in the water.
They're in the water.
They're in the water.
In the what the
Yeah, and
Is it
they
like
looked
a kind of leech?
fuck?
No, they looked like fucking.
Hold on. That is terrifying. That thing? The fucking
second picture.
second picture there? They're tiny.
Like think like
aquatic pill bugs.
yeah, like think of that second picture, but like a centimeter. Like maybe half a centimeter. They weren't that centimeters pretty big in the size.
But
of
like
bugs.
that shit?
Yeah, they were just fucking biting me, dude. And I was just like, what the fuck is going on? I literally like screamed and as I ran out of the fucking water and I was like, fuck that water. And then Pat and his girlfriend were perfectly fine. They didn't get bit, but like I was just covered in a bunch of little bites. So like I was like toweling off or whatever. And like I'd have just like slowly just bleeding out of like little drop,
Did you
like,
see
spots.
these, Pat?
No, I didn't.
Are they
were,
lying?
No, this happened, but I didn't get bit at all.
No, but did you see them get blood?
Yes, I remember something vaguely fucked up happening.
Yeah. But yeah, fuck that. Fuck
Well,
China
yeah.
Camp.
Did you see
Yeah,
him
remind me to
run
not-
screaming out of the
I
water?
remember that. Yeah.
Remind me to not go to China Camp. That's
Yeah.
fine. I did never really want to go because the name doesn't. It sounds bad in the context of
I think it is
California.
bad.
I mean,
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
in the
right.
same context as Shaolin Showdown.
Yeah, I can't imagine that it's like a.
It is a historical site for California.
I bet. I
think
fucking-
Is it as
but I was going to
historical?
say that doesn't mean
But
it is
why?
like
Wait.
Yeah,
Is it a
the reason-
historical site in the same sense that Tule Lake is a historical site for California?
what is Tule Lake?
What's that?
One of the internment camps from World War II.
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, if that's accurate, that doesn't sound that bad.
well, who called it that? That's the question.
It says they, so there's a lot of different theys that could
but
have called
they
it.
were there, but who called it that? That's the question. Because what I was getting at is like it's bad for California has kind of not the best history of Asian Americans and treatment.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah, so like I would
I've
think
ridden
that
a train.
I would think that if they're saying some shit like it's called China Camp, it's probably not because the Chinese immigrants called their place. This is China Camp. I'm doubting that. I'm just press F to doubt. That's where I'm at right now. I'm thinking more like that's where
Yeah, I think maybe they thought it was endearing at the time in the 1800s.
Yeah.
or they didn't have a choice, and that's just what the people called it.
I think that's pretty likely.
Yeah, I think
But
so.
yeah, it was like a point of. I'm pretty sure it was like a vital like area for like the local Chinese American economy.
Yeah, it makes sense. Like when we went to Monterey, like they were talking about that's like the
Cannery Row.
Yeah, the very similar like Chinese like immigrant population right down there.
I don't remember.
Were you paying
I
attention?
can't read.
Oh.
I was drunk in the aquarium.
No, that was during the lady that's what the lady was talking about was like the historic. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, it was.
Yeah, I remember what you're talking about,
Okay, I gotcha.
but I don't remember anything she said because this was right after.
Getting drunk and getting left.
Yeah,
Yeah, gotcha.
You know, it's a nice. I don't know if you would necessarily consider this the Bay Area anymore, but you know, it's a nice beach that we have definitely gone to. That's like far, but not like hella far from here. Point Reyes.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite.
Monterey is pretty nice.
it's secluded enough that it's never super fucking crowded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I mean, and it's so expansive too.
real big.
You know, and it's the ocean.
Yeah.
And there's enough different little beaches up there to go to that you can go multiple times and not really go to the same one.
Yeah,
Last summer we went to what beach?
I don't fucking know.
It was
the one at the end
outside of
the,
Inverness.
Yeah, but it's like at the end of the coast over there.
Was it black sand? Like I
No,
feel like
there
the
was no
sand was
black
like
sand.
gray and like not normal colored.
Maybe. It could all look like that.
Yeah, and like it was it was cold. Like it was cold, but like the sand was still warm. Like it was hella windy, the water was cold as shit, but the sand was warm. It was really weird. But yeah, that spot was cool. If we could ever figure it out, we'll come back next week with the name of that one.
The
Shout
hot
that
tip.
spot out.
hey, just because A1 is pulling up this article, future content. Let's go hit up some of these very famous nude beaches in the Bay Area.
Nothing like a NorCal nude beach. It's
Yeah, you know.
cold even when you show up with your jacket on.
All these places seem relatively close for me to not have known about them.
There, I think a lot of them, if not at least some, are like primarily like a gay thing.
Are they?
Gay community. There's at least one or two of them that are like a primarily like a.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would have no clue.
That's just based on what that fucking article that was up there
Safe
saying.
search blurring is on. Good Lord.
Blurring? Is it that bad?
Well, look, it's like Reddit when it has the NSFW tag and it's like, you have to click to see this. Oh,
I just
boy.
didn't know that blur was an option. Oh man, that dude's tattoos. Fuck.
Yeah, they blurred his tattoos because now we're going to hell for seeing them.
Terrible.
Oh no, underwear.
Oh, so rude. Okay.
Y'all are laughing, but they're just vibing. Let those
Yeah.
old people just live their
me and
life.
Okay, do you know? No. Ham, you know how uncomfortable it would be to sit on a cooler like that, just bare ass on a cooler? Like
I would
only one
imagine.
butt cheek is on the cooler?
I can imagine.
The worst part is like, it better be your cooler. Because like, I'm sorry, it's your cooler now. That's fine. Yeah, because that's. I don't even want to talk about it. Her ass cheek is almost open on that.
Yeah, I went to a nude beach in Italy many years ago, and
With who?
my class trip that I was on in Italy.
Wow.
What?
Oh, okay. Well, no, this wasn't for the class trip. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. This was in Greece. This was with my family.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I was like,
I thought it was Italy. No, it was
like,
Greece.
that seems
Because they wouldn't take
illegal.
us to a nude beach. Yeah.
I was just going to say,
Okay.
yeah, that doesn't sound
Yeah,
right.
not a class trip.
But Greece,
Getting my 2 European vacations swapped in my
a
head.
country with a lot of beaches.
Yeah. Anyway, I think the only thing I learned from that is maybe this is just in Greece, maybe this is just in Europe, but you have this idea of like what you might see at a nude beach. But I think generally the people who are going to nude beaches are the kind of people that you don't
100%.
wouldn't want to see at a nude beach.
I've been to a nude beach when I was like, maybe in high school. Like I didn't go knowing that it was a nude beach, but like we were walking and then you hit a point in the beach and it's like, this is a nude
It
beach.
became clear.
And like they have signage up that's like,
Okay.
from this point on, it's like, this is a nude beach,
I
blah, blah,
just
blah.
thought you saw some schlong and you're
And
like,
no, well, so then you're walking and it's just like, it's old dudes.
Okay.
It's going to be a bunch of old dudes and old ladies. Like for the most, they're the ones that are the most free is what I remember, to like feel like that's okay. I don't remember there being any young people. It was all gray hair everywhere. Fucking, yeah, we just like walked to one end of the beach and then like ended up walking back. But it was just like, oh, this is like, I get it. It was one of the ones in San Francisco. There's so much cliff coverage that it makes sense that that's where the nude beach was. Cause there's more privacy, but it's still open to the beach and all that shit. Yeah.
Interesting.
You know something I want to do, speaking of walking down the beach? I want to see...
Dipping on the beach.
I want to say it was Stinson, because we've done some pretty
The
extensive...
bonfires?
No, not the bonfire.
I mean, but that beach where the bonfires were.
I thought we did that
Was
in
that
Half
Half
Moon
Moon
Bay.
Half Moon.
That's
That was Half
Bay?
Moon, yeah. No, Stinson...
Wait, no, we didn't do that at Half Moon Bay. That's illegal.
Allegedly, we
Not
didn't
back
do
then.
that at Half Moon Bay.
Who knows when back then was. Stinson Beach is that the one where you have to go down the residential street and
Yeah,
like park
you got to
somewhere
take that
bullshit?
super windy road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
don't fall in.
Yeah, that's
But-
always sketchy.
Like Stinson, we've gone out there so many times, and I swear that's the one where like on one end of the beach, it looks like there's like a giant cave type thing.
The arch thing. It's
Yeah.
on the end. Yeah.
We've never made it all the way down there.
Because every time we've gone down that far, the water's pretty high. So it's like
It's also usually like midnight plus.
I was gonna say when we were going there, it was probably like 1 a.m. when we'd get
I'll
out
say-
there and to fuck around.
Last time I went there, I took a picture and we ended up using that as like an album cover
Of that arch.
of like it was like just slightly, the arch is like in the original photo, but like after it's cropped, the arch.
Yeah, gotcha. I feel like there's some like that arch is prominent somewhere in some other like pop culture something. Like I've seen that somewhere else where like I'm gonna have to go look into
Well,
that.
it was in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh shit.
Is that-
Caribbean?
What?
Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean.
There you go.
Do.
Was it?
Oh no, I don't know.
Oh, no, there's some like other. I wanted to say it was some like something to do with like another band or something. But
It was in Assassin's Creed 4 though.
What?
No, so when you're first getting out of the island, there's like an archway that you sail the first ship you get out of that's modeled after that arch.
Oh, Black Flag.
I can see.
Yeah, Black Flag.
Okay,
So full of shit right now.
I really am. I drank that whole glass of milk before we started the podcast. It may be lactose free, but it ain't sitting right.
Yeah, I bet. Damn. Stinson Beach, your favorite beach?
Besides Point Reyes. Yeah.
In the Bay, yeah, it's mine for sure.
Yeah. I just have so many good memories there with you guys that it kind of has to be my favorite beach in the Bay on account of that.
So many late nights literally going to nowhere and deciding, let's just go to Stinson Beach.
You know how many monsters we drank?
Monsters consumed, weed smoked. Did we have a bonfire there at least like one time?
I think at least
Isn't
once,
Stinson where you guys got left on the beach?
No.
Where did you guys get left on the
That
beach?
was Half Moon Bay when Pat came and picked us up. No,
Okay.
when we got locked out of the car.
No, not that.
Not that time.
time.
Wait, who got left in the? Also Half Moon Bay in the exact same spot. That's where we
Really?
got left on the beach. Yeah, because that's where we were like, we know this spot. It's easy right here to get down, and not easy to get down there.
Okay.
At
Yeah,
all.
last time I was at Half Moon Bay, we got egged. I don't know if we've talked about that
From the
on
hill, like they just egged down.
They just started like eating eggs at
that's
us.
evil.
Whereabouts were you at Half Moon Bay?
Exactly
So
where you would
go
think.
down, go through the residential area, go down the rocky hill. There's like that inverted like tile area.
How did you
Or
climb
incline,
down? How did you climb down? That's how
the-
you'll
the
tell.
regular
the pipe
walkway.
or the other thing.
But
What the fuck is the pipe?
there's a sewage pipe that comes down one side, and on the other side there's just a rope. But there's a rope on the pipe.
I don't
as
know
well.
what the fuck you're talking about.
Okay, well that's also in Half Moon Bay. It's just
Okay,
another
but you were,
okay,
you were
never
on
been
the
to that
sandy
part.
part with the water, right?
because that's
Yes,
just
I
down
was near
from
I was at the beach.
I
But
want
yeah, there's like an area where like the beach kind of like dips in and like the mountainside dips in a bit, and there's like a nice little crevasse you could chill in.
to climb
The
down.
crevasse?
No,
Or
you could not
you're
climb
saying
down.
where-
It was like a steep fucking hill mountain thing.
Gotcha.
But yeah, and then just some fucking
Yo,
kids
let's go
just started,
there.
So yeah, I don't know if any of the entrances I've used are legal entrances to get into that place realistically. Because I just know it's just some like shady rope that they have tied up to it.
We've gone the same time before. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, you know one of my favorite.
I think you do. If you saw it, you would know.
One of my favorite
if you
memories
say
about
so.
Half Moon Bay. I went there with A1 one time, and we definitely weren't going to a bonfire allegedly, but we went to Half Moon Bay, get down to the beach, and I don't remember exactly like how we ended up here, but A1 straight up hit me with like a UFC takedown and then put me in an arm bar on the beach.
Damn.
Do you recall this?
No.
Ah, what a shame.
Good times.
This had to be like circa 2013, 2014.
This had to have been like 2013
Yeah.
because I was either still in high school. No, wait, no. It could have been 2012. It could have been 2012, like summer of 2012, like the summer I graduated, hypothetically.
Yeah. That sounds about right. That sounds about the amateur wrestling era.
By God.
Yeah, and it was always the arm bar. It was always someone like drinking or smoking and then trying to put someone else in a figure four or an arm bar. That was like the era.
Or an RKO.
Yeah. RKO on the beach wouldn't be that bad.
You say that now.
All right, new homework. Todd goes to the beach.
Okay, if you're going to RKO somebody on the beach, I'm doing a swanton off of a something on the beach.
You can still break your neck in the sand.
I know. I won't. Probably. I'm gonna do the dance and everything. It's
But yeah,
gonna be
whenever we
great.
go to the beaches, do you guys ever swim in the beach or you just chill at the beach? Like you said you swim in the beach.
That was the last time.
okay, but even before then, like I don't remember ever going to the beach and then getting in the water. Like the last time I got in the water, I got eaten by bugs.
I mean, like when I went to Hawaii, yeah, I swam in the water out there. The beaches around here, if it touches the bay, no.
Yeah, that's fair.
No.
I love swimming in the ocean. It's just always cold as shit at NorCal beaches for the most part. So that's part of the reason I feel that SoCal Beach is just clear. NorCal Beach is just across the board. You can like swim in all of them, and it's going to be reasonably warm.
Okay.
That's my one knock against Point Reyes is I think it's a great beach, but if you try to get too far in the water, you will die. You'll fall down a cliff and die.
Absolutely dead.
Wait, what? Is there like a steep drop off?
There's like a real steep drop off, like not that far into where the water comes. Yeah.
And it's kind of like all the Souls games where you might be able to walk like into the water when it's at your foot level, but then it just ends and you just fall in and die.
The Crystal Lake. Dark Souls 1.
That shit is sketchy. Like if you can't swim.
Yeah. That's why I stay out of.
It's sketchy if you can swim.
I fuck with it, but like I'm not the strongest swimmer, but so I don't go that far out in the water. I try to like feel out with my feet typically, but if you feel too hard on that shit, you will fall.
Yeah.
That's fucking terrifying.
It's a little scary, yeah.
But I think it's like erosion. There's some like line out there it's the same thing in the Alameda Beach, but it's not as bad. And you have to go very fucking
really
far
yeah.
at the Alameda Beach to get that point.
Yeah.
It just like drops off.
Far enough that the firefighters won't come and rescue you.
You just have to be in the water for them not to rescue you. You don't really have to go that far out there.
Oh, really?
They don't.
But not far enough that the Coast Guards can't rescue you as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, so like Pat was saying about how SoCal beaches are better than NorCal beaches. I spent a lot of time in Imperial Beach as a kid, and I can say that's pretty much right outside San Diego. I could say without a doubt that beach trumps everything we have over here.
Because it's warmer.
It's warmer. It's a SoCal beach. You in California, you cannot beat SoCal beaches. It just doesn't happen.
That makes sense.
All right.
Yeah,
Beach tier list. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 1.
Burger King
Step
foot
it.
lettuce.
Number 2, Rockaway Beach.
Yo.
Whatever one the Ramones were singing about, I think there actually is a Rockaway Beach in the Pacific.
Rockaway Beach.
Yeah.
But I mean, stepping on is the best beach.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember like 3-4 years ago that kid we know that swam in Lake Merritt?
Yes.
Was that only 3-4 years ago?
That had to have been longer than that.
That was
Like
easily
7 years ago?
7-8 years ago.
Yeah.
I have to add 3 to everything. I forget because of COVID. That thing is like
Yeah.
screwed me
That
up.
makes sense.
But
That
it's
was
like
time we lost.
Yeah.
somebody tried to like outdo them, and a couple went swimming in Lake Merritt.
Merritt.
It sounds like a terrible thing. I've seen just the slightest glance of a video the other day. I didn't get to get the full experience, but let's see what this is.
Okay, no, but like real talk. Remember how I said I wouldn't swim in
If it's touching
Baywater?
the bay.
Yeah.
That
This is a whole nother level.
Well, Lake Merritt is part freshwater, part baywater. It's like a mix. So fuck that. Yeah.
yeah, but how many dead bodies do you think
Fuck
are in
that.
Lake
Yeah.
Merritt?
No, I'm with you. I wouldn't even think about it. I don't even like walking too close to that shit.
Yeah, what if you get splashed?
If you walk close enough, you can see the lime scooters at the bottom.
Oh.
City
So
bikes.
fun fact, our first meeting that we ever had, I was at Lake Merritt at the time and almost got hit by a motorcycle.
Nice.
Standing on
The trail?
The trail. Like
Nice.
almost got knocked into the water because some dickhead was riding a motorcycle trying to pick up chicks.
Wait, Ham, say it the way you said it that one time when we were talking about the guys on the Bay Bridge.
I don't remember.
You like, imagine you're going to go get some star bread, some senorita bread, and some dickheads.
No, these dudes were fucking mad wild and like
let them vibe. They're just trying to fucking exist. Let
Bro.
them.
DZ, you would have been
Run
pissed
people
as shit
over.
if they ran you over into Lake Merritt.
Yeah, only because they wouldn't have insurance. More than likely, if they're right on the sidewalk like that, they don't have insurance.
No, like they literally would pull up to like groups of chicks hanging out and like just kind of like rev their engines and wait for the girls to ask to ride with
Smart.
them. And then they would hop
Genius.
on and then like just do a lap around the lake and then come back. Like,
Did it work?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Just saying, man.
Those walking paths are not big enough for motorcycles.
It is a terrible place to do it.
They're not big
but it
enough for
worked.
2 people to walk, let
Yeah.
alone myself and a motorcycle.
Okay, Ham. Now, I wish you would have been filming because just imagine one of those girls like, I do not want a motorcycle ride, but you know what I have? Mace.
Oh yeah, that
That'd be
right
cool.
there. That whole so A1 has pulled up about like a question on Google about people swimming Lake Merritt. Apparently was this 1897 they banned it because
1897.
Yeah, 1897 they banned swimming in Lake Merritt because they had converted so many of the creeks around the area to concrete, so it was no longer filtering any of the water that was coming down.
And by 1884, 90% of the city's sewage wound up in Lake Merritt's
and
waters.
every time the power goes out, the estuary gets pumped full of sewage, and probably Lake Merritt too, which is terrible. But it is what it is. But that same thing, that's funny. The LA River is the same thing. They like concreted over a bunch of like natural waterways, and so every time it floods, none of the ground can't collect any groundwater. All the fucking local greenery is all fucked up, and it's terrible. And we lose all the water because we can't gather.
Why is Lake Merritt water red?
Shit happens every time. Red algae bloom. I remember that.
Yeah, I remember this now.
It's when it stank so fucking bad over there.
It smelled terrible.
Yeah. All the little fish died.
There was a lot of fish, big fish too. It was nasty. I was walking
I've
by
seen
there.
a stingray there once.
I was walking by there for some reason. But yeah, it filters out to the bay, so like technically bay fish can get in, I think.
Lake
the
of
bay
a
filters
thousand
into it.
smells.
Yeah. That's terrible. Like the fact that it's 1897 and there's fucking at least 3 idiots that we know of at this point have swam in it recently.
Like my thing is like these two people
are gonna
like,
die in 5 years.
I'm sure like they thought they're like they must not be from around here.
Probably not.
They thought they were being so fucking romantic.
They're from Copenhagen or something where you can actually swim in the water that's around you.
Yeah, like man, like if you swam in Lake Merritt, please reach out.
No,
Like,
please. Actually,
Yeah, please don't.
We don't need that energy here.
But hey,
we had the opportunity to, and we didn't want it, and we don't want it.
This is true.
if you swam in Lake Merritt, you may be entitled to compensation.
Tell that flesh-eating bacteria that is in your brain that you need to call a lawyer. A man jumped into Lake Merritt after covering his whole body with peanut butter. Fuck yeah.
Okay, so now we know 4.
Fuck yeah. What was he going for? Is that psychosis? Or is
no,
that
I think it's kind of like the dog and peanut butter
he
kind
wants
of thing.
he
He
wants
was doing
the
it with the
fish to
fish.
fucking lick him?
Oh, you mean like what they talked about on the Mark, Tom, and Travis show?
Yeah.
Oh,
Why did you go in?
But your whole body and
your whole
fish.
body.
yeah.
No. He took his
Oh.
Is he being deloused?
I fucking hope they chemically fucking. It's all baking soda so that they can stop the chemical reaction from all the fucking acid in there. That's terrible.
Okay, so that's 4. That's 4 people.
Okay, so but anyway, this couple, like I would love to just know why they did this. Like what was going through your mind? Why did you think
I hate that the video is so short and that the people didn't fucking walk around to the other side of the lake to be like, why? Why'd you do that?
Yeah.
Like you know that's poo water, right? Like
Hey, you know who should have been on the scene to interview that couple when they got out of Lake Merritt?
Common Rabble.
Damn it.
Common Rabble
next
Street
time.
Team? Let's go.
We are now taking applications for the Common Rabble Street Team.
All we got is a Zoom recorder. You got to provide the rest.
They're just 2 hetero sigmas in
What
there.
would it take to make Lake Merritt swimmable? Why would that even be a question you want to ask?
Because it could be cool in a world where there isn't,
In what world do you think it would last that long, though?
not any world that we live in or
Yeah.
any even remotely close parallel dimension, but just like as a thought exercise, imagine you could just swim in Lake Merritt.
Yeah.
That could be cool.
Yeah. It's fucking because you can't even swim in the beach, which is technically part of the ocean, which has so much more water, but we fucked it up that bad that you
So
can't
yeah,
do that.
I'm just thinking like I'm kind of where Pat's coming from. Like just imagine for once
A big
where
public
we
swimming
lived.
pool in
Yeah,
Oakland.
that's not disgusting somehow.
Yeah, okay, look.
Yeah.
That's the part.
Here's the thing.
That's the part that's hard to wrap our head around.
Pat said not even in any like remotely close parallel dimension. So if we are Earth 616, if we're going to go Marvel here, Lake Merritt is swimmable in like Earth 2000 and something.
Yeah,
it's
something.
not remotely close to our multiverse.
It's in Earth negatives, whatever the fuck you said. So it's just the exact opposite.
It's an Elseworld story.
Jesus Christ.
Is that a Marvel thing too?
No, that's DC.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I think both of them technically do Elseworld stuff, but I think it's actually
62
Elseworlds when
plus
it's
storm
DC.
drains.
Lake Merritt
Yeah.
is swimmable in Batman Beyond.
Into Lake
Lake
Merritt.
Merritt is swimmable in the one where Batman's dad is not the one who gets shot in the alley and he becomes Batman and Martha Wayne becomes the Joker because Bruce is the one that gets shot in the alley.
There's
That's
too many-
Flashpoint, right?
Yeah.
There's so many people in Oakland that I don't even want to say that. I think it's possible that you could have something like that is totally like accessible to people and not have it a disgusting fucking cesspit. But like, we don't have the social infrastructure to make that
Also,
possible.
yeah, they've got 130 years on us already for just the buildup of grime in that.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
that lake.
and realistically, it's like, okay, you have an open body of water and a large homeless population. You got to fix one before you can even think about getting somewhere with
And
it.
I'm
Wait,
saying,
hang on.
drain the lake, bring in all new water, baby.
Okay, I'm going to agree with Pat just because the only paragraph I read of this article so far is fecal matter is the biggest public health concern stopping swimmers in Lake Merritt.
Yeah.
Forget it. That's the first sentence of the paragraph and I'm done.
And that's the whole Oakland has had to put porta potties around because of how bad the the groundwater is getting because of feces. People pissing and shitting in the streets, it leaches into the groundwater, and so it makes
People
that bad.
shitting in the streets.
Are you surprised?
This is America.
No, I'm just saying, like, the fact that there's enough shit in the streets that it's affecting the groundwater.
Well, hey, you know what?
There's
This wouldn't be
thousands
a
of people.
problem if they would have just hot bagged it.
Damn.
But then where are they throwing the hot bag
Yeah.
when they're done?
Right
Actually,
in the lake.
In the garbage.
I say actually that is the
Ideally.
problem. They've been hot bagging the lake way
Yeah,
too
they're-
hard.
The
No, they're
lake
hot
is
bag
nature's hot bag.
Yeah, Oakland's own hot bag.
Lexicon.
It's 3 yeah.
That's ridiculous.
The peanut butter thing is like that.
Yeah, that was
Okay,
something
I don't
else.
know what I like the couple swimming thing. That's like, why would you do that? The peanut butter thing is really that. I feel like that's really
Like, that one
what
is
I
like-
want to know about.
Nah, for me, it's like, why would you do that? But like, to the point, like, I don't give a shit. You're an idiot on the internet. Like, you're not doing anything.
It's cloud.
Yeah, but
I
hey,
I wanna know
there's
what-
a TikTok video about that dude fucking peanut buttering himself up. Probably.
Peanut buttering.
Maybe that's his thing. Is
Yeah.
He peanut butters himself and then does outlandish stuff for views.
So you're saying that's his
content.
shtick?
That's his shtick.
Content.
Yeah, he's just peanut butter guy.
Yeah.
All right. Next
Content
week
brain.
on the Common Rabble pod, one of us is getting covered in peanut butter. Find out who.
We're gonna have peanut butter guy live on the podcast. But who is peanut butter guy?
It can't be me because I'm allergic to peanut
That
butter.
was my
Live
first- that was
reaction
my
next
first
week.
bet.
Are you like peanut butter air could kill you type of shit? Or
No, I
like,
have to
if I
ingest
threw a
it.
peanut at you, you're fine.
Yeah, nah, I'm good.
What, rubbed all over
dude,
your
dude,
skin?
if peanut butter air would, sorry, if peanut air would.
That's got to be one of your vape flavors. Like, there's no way that's. not a
Oh
thing.
no! But our little goth friend let me hit his vape, and I hit it. I'm like, bro, what flavor is this? And he's like, oh, it's peanut butter. And
That's
I was like,
fucking
I
disgusting.
was like, no,
Yeah.
no,
Has an allergic reaction.
fucking peanut butter vape in my lungs.
The only place it's not supposed
What if
to
that
go.
builds up your immunity?
No,
What if you just
that
gotta hit
absolutely
the?
is not how that
You gotta
works.
hit the nut vape to heal yourself.
Yeah. Hit,
Okay, first of all,
hit the little goth's nut.
Build up a tolerance.
Yeah.
and where were we even going with this? Oh yeah, peanut butter air. See, if I was allergic to peanut butter air, I couldn't go to Texas Roadhouse.
That's true. They have gotten rid of the peanut.
They did get rid of the peanuts.
It actually is
Did
less.
Five Guys get rid of the peanuts too?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
both of them are a less enjoyable experience because of it. 100%.
Yeah, I really liked watching people just sit there and eat peanuts
slip
while
on
they
their
were.
ass.
Yes.
I hated
You know what's
just
funny?
the dust.
You know what's
in
funny?
that room.
I saw this thing recently that was like, apparently there's like a thing at Five Guys where like that throwing the shells on the floor shit isn't part of policy or anything. It's just like
It was just cultural normed.
people are fucking rude and just do because like apparently there's other places in the U.S. that have Five Guys and that they saw the peanuts and that wasn't a problem. Just like Texas Roadhouse made it bad.
Okay, wait. Here's the thing. I have to wonder, did they change it? And let's go with Texas Roadhouse specifically here, not Five Guys, because Five Guys doesn't have the line dancing, which you might have noticed. Texas Roadhouse, I think, has gotten rid of. At least the one we go to.
I didn't see any last time I went. Last two
I've
times.
gone several times, and they have not done it since like 6 or 7 years ago, I think. But so Did they get rid of the peanuts because like some poor fuck like me had an allergic reaction and died in a Texas Roadhouse? Did they get rid of them because everyone was being jackasses and just throwing their shells on the ground and the workers got tired of cleaning it up? Or option 3, did they get rid of it because an employee they were all doing the line dance and somebody ate fucking shit and sued the fuck out of Texas Roadhouse?
I want to believe it's 3, but I'm going to say option 4, and that during COVID, somehow they realized it was more profitable to not have it out.
I actually know what the answer is.
There's an answer?
It's option 5, peanut shortage.
There's a peanut shortage?
I don't know. I don't eat peanuts like that.
Yeah, of course.
You've been spy buying all of the nuts in the stores just fucking throw them away.
You don't know.
Could you imagine?
You don't know about
COVID,
Hoodie's-
there were
Hoodie's
a
second
bunch
garage?
of nut shortages when I was working at the grocery store.
I thought you were going to say during COVID there were a bunch of nut enthusiasts.
Just buying all the nuts.
But yeah, Texas Roadhouse PR, please reach out.
We will love some butter. Just send us butter. That's fine. That's
Yeah,
it.
it doesn't even have to be the sweetbread. Just send us
Just
the butter.
That's fine. Yeah, I'll make something with it. We figure it out.
Are you gonna do like with the coconut butter? Are you gonna start like shampooing with the Texas Roadhouse butter?
That's terrible.
It's probably really good for your
Not
hair.
the sugar or the cinnamon.
Cinnamon is an exfoliant.
Sure.
And while you're in the
That
shower,
part
you
is
can
actually true.
take a little lick.
Kind of, maybe. But think about how good you'd smell.
I think you can go feed the fish in Lake Merritt.
Yeah, I
when you're
could
done.
fucking hop in the lake right afterward.
Yeah, that would work way better
I was
than
gonna say
peanut butter man.
might be more enticing to the fish though.
On episode 100, DZ lathers himself in Texas Roadhouse cinnamon butter and hops in Lake Merritt.
I want to hope that those people are from the Bay Area that went swimming, and that something happens in a couple weeks where they're just like both hospitalized or something crazy.
Fuck, you want that to happen?
Yes. So we can react to
I
it.
think what he's saying
It's
is
like not even for the, not for the reaction. It's more for like
public awareness.
that shit is crazy, and it's been banned for 100 fucking years to not do that, and you did it.
128.
Yeah, but you did it, and it like 100-year-old thing that was like, this is the poo-poo no-go water. Don't go here, and you were like, nah, I think I'm gonna go take a little swim
Poo poo no go water.
in the poo-poo no-go water. And yeah, I just want to see what the outcome is, because if they don't live in the U.S. or they don't live in California, the Bay Area, we're never going to hear from them again. But if they're from the Bay Area or they live out here, they're fucking stupid for going in Lake Merritt. But also, it would be great to follow up. Like, somebody's going to find them on TikTok, be like, you're the dumbass that went in the lake. And I'm like, yeah, my teeth fell out, but I'm fine.
My teeth fell out and then I grew 2 more pairs.
I stink like peanut butter all the time now, and I don't know why.
Okay, somebody needs to find and interview that guy. I tell you what, this is an open offer. If you want to get on the Common Rabble street team, go find Peanut Butter Man, get an interview and send it in.
We will pay you $5 per interview if we make money.
I don't know about in cash. We might pay you in Taco Bell.
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, Jesus. I don't want to say that I can't believe that happened, but because it's now the 4th person, total of 4 people. Like, that's so stupid.
Okay,
Yeah,
look.
like peanut butter guy is outlandish and that's stupid. Like, it's just
He
stupid.
had a layer.
It's just stupid
He
to be
at least
stupid.
had a layer of protection on his body between him and the lake.
I can say that
He had a layer of peanut butter armor.
It's
Okay,
it's
wait.
dumb, but the couple swimming, I just want to know where they're from, because if they're not locals, then I can almost excuse it and then just feel
Yeah.
sorry for them. But if they're locals, I'm just like, no, this is just
And then-
gentrification on a whole other level.
That's where my brain went first, and I didn't want to say that. But my other thought is like,
I want to say that.
yeah, I hope Lake Merritt has signs up that says "Don't swim in it" on it still somewhere. Because if they don't, they could sue if something happens. I think.
Well, given that this is California, even if they have signs up, they could still sue.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
The litigious will win.
Well, look, dude, people could run a stop sign, hit something, and find a reason to sue. And because it's California, they might win.
Yeah, I'd believe it.
I'm not going to delve into that because this is just opening up a Pandora's box of submarine memes. But,
It's a submersible.
okay. So You know how WWE is pretty controversial sometimes? Just imagine in 5 years, Vince is still alive and decides to give a guy a
God forbid.
Titanic submersible themed gimmick, and his finisher is called the Implosion.
That's tight.
Yeah, I like that. That get me to tune in.
That's so fucked up.
We should also send the submersible to the bottom of Lake Merritt. Just because.
Pressure's too high there. It might.
No, the pressure isn't the problem. It's going to dissolve the submarine.
Jesus.
Submersible.
Submersible. Yeah.
God, whatever.
It's actually not a submersible.
It's
anymore.
a mubsursible.
Yeah.
Literally now.
All right. Since, you know what, no more mubsursible talk. I think we've had a pretty good round of rousing conversation for today. I think we actually managed to stay a little less debauched than normal. So again, hit us up on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, at Common Rabble Pod, all your favorite social media. You can find us there. Hit us up. Let us know what you're thinking. Talk to me about the mubsursible. Hit us on your favorite podcatchers, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, but not DZ's favorite podcatcher because apparently we're not there yet.
And don't forget, if you like what you're listening to, leave a 5-star review on any of the podcatching apps. It helps us. It helps you hear more from us. And it ensures that we'll be here to stick around for as long as we can. And it'll make sure we know you actually like what you're listening to.
Yeah, the more you like, the more we can paywall. Thank you for listening.
I've been DZ.
Oh, hi, I'm still Hoodie.
I'm Ham.
And I'm Pat.
See you guys next week.
You're not fuckers. All right, somebody get my ukulele.
It's good.